Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. We are on week 8 of our $45 grocery challenge and pantry build. We just returned from a vacation, so we didn't have a full week this week, and we are in the midst of some household renovations. So there's a little bit of chaos in our house. I spent $28 cash. The last day of the week, we got takeout. We are spreading the cost of the takeout over week 8 and also week 9 because we were having some family over to give us a hand with some of the renovations. It was a very long day and we ordered some takeout. We got pizza. It cost $35. So almost 20 of that went for the budget of week 8, and then the remainder will be sourced over the beginning of week 9 because there was some leftovers. So you'll be seeing some of that in my lunches. Check out what we were able to get. Still lots of food left over. We did have some great meals this week with the meals that we did have at home. I hope you all had a great week. Week 8 groceries. I'm keeping the budget really, really small. Not even our full 45 because we have been away, and part of last week we didn't eat here. So part of week 7 we didn't eat here, and a little bit of week 8 we didn't eat here. So it just seems fair to keep the budget smaller. So first thing I did, I had a carryover, or I had budget last week that I didn't spend. So I spent that at Giant Tiger, $2.29 for the hamburger buns, marked down chicken to $2.27. So that was $4.56 at Giant Tiger. That is the rest of last week's budget spent. Then I was trying to buy these blueberries. There was a big sign on them that said $2.50. I took them to the cash. They rang in at $3.97. And I said, I must have been mistaken. I'm pretty sure there was a sign in the back that said $2.50. And they said, oh yes, they are $2.50 if you buy 2. So I wasn't going to get them at all. And then I decided to get 2 for $2.50. We haven't had a lot of fresh vegetables on the plan. These are quite large containers. I'm actually pretty impressed with the quantity that I'm getting for $5. So I decided that was going to be money well spent. Then I did another thing this week. I always am trying and looking for ways to get more for my money, make my money work for me. I work hard for my money, so my money should work really hard for me. So there's a special on at Foodland that if you purchase $100 in Foodland gift cards, you get 500 bonus Scene points. That's worth $5. So I purchased $200 worth of Foodland gift cards to earn 1,000 bonus Scene points. They'll hit my account in about 48 hours, and then I'll be able to redeem them for $10 worth of groceries. I will use the gift cards to purchase gas when I need it because they are redeemable at Sobeys Fast Fuel, which is my #1 place to shop for gas. So while I was getting these gift cards, I was buying peanut butter for the Handsome One. We are out. And I was paying for it with fast fuel coupons. So I was counting them out, and I got it to that I was within 1 cent. So the peanut butter was totally free. And a lady behind me kind of was watching, and she was like, wait, what's happening here? What's going on? What are those? And it was fun for me to say, oh, these are Sobeys Fast Fuel coupons. When you're getting gas at Sobeys Fast Fuel, you earn these coupons. You get 3.5 cents for every liter that you spend, and then you can redeem them at Foodland or at Sobeys towards your groceries. And here I just got this peanut butter for free. What I should have said is, hey, follow me on Adventures in Groceryland for more awesome tips. But I didn't. I just said, here it is. This is what you do. So anyways, I'm excited about that. And I scored the peanut butter totally for free. I shopped at Bargain Harley's. It's a local bargain store. I got Bullseye Guinness barbecue sauce, $1.88. I got the soy sauce for $1.99. And I got this Heinz Seriously Good, half the fat of regular mayo, for 99 cents. So we make a lot of salads, summer salads, and a lot of deviled eggs in the summer. So that will definitely come in handy. I also was not planning on getting this variety pack, but I did. It was at Sobeys for $2 even. So $2, and that will, now that we know how to make wraps, or the handsome one knows how to make tortillas, and we're making bread and buns all the time, this will come in great. Handy. Also shopped at the Bulk Barn. I did that thing again. Because we were away, I was in town once we returned on a day that I don't normally go to town. So I was in town on Sunday. They weighed my jars out. You can see the little stickers on the top. And in the tall clear one, that is parsley. And in the small one, this is sage. That rang in at $1.23. And you can see that my savings was 11 cents on each of the spices. So that was pretty good. And then I shopped at Superstore. I bought the apples. They were $7.99 and I got them for 50% off, so $3.99. The tomato was 64 cents. The handsome one had a special offer on his Optimum card for raspberries for $1.99. I got the yogurt. It was regular price for $3.29, but I was able to redeem a coupon that I randomly had for dairy products made in Canada. So I got it for 50 cents off. The total for that was $9.41. And then I decided to grab one of the cashews that were on as a member only special in the flyer. So you just scan your card and you got them for $2.99. So everything here was $22.50, and then I randomly decided to get the cashews, so add another $3. So we are at $25.50. And that's where we'll stay this week. No more groceries. I totally forgot about the mussels. I randomly decided to pick mussels up as a fun little special thing to have on Mother's Day. So $4.58 minus $2 brings it down to $2.58. That brings my total budget to around $28. Jeez, I'm not keeping it very low, am I? I ended up actually saving enough banana that I could have a smoothie today and a smoothie tomorrow from the supplies from last week. So that's great. We are now back from Cuba. We are having our first smoothie, and we did have some smoothies there, but I will tell you one thing that is not available in Cuba, and that is berries. So we are having blueberries, we are going to have cherries, and we are going to have a little bit of peach. All things that we did not have last week. There was enough yogurt left for a couple spoonfuls in here, a couple spoonfuls for tomorrow's smoothie, some spinach. It lasted well. Let's see here. Ah, there's that pink. There's that pink color. Uh-oh, looks like it needs my help. These ones turned out a little thick. Cherry, banana, blueberry, peach. For supper tonight, we are having the burgers that I made last week before last. I lose track sometimes. These were in the freezer, so quick, easy supper for us. Burgers, we have cheese, mustard, relish, ketchup, spinach, and I just forgot, I'm going to put some onions on mine. Yummy. Carrot muffins and blueberries for breakfast today. For Mother's Day, I am going to make steamed mussels. I'm going to make garlic butter with some parsley, and I'm gonna make this pastaroni garlic and olive oil vermicelli with some shrimp in it. So exciting little fun special Mother's Day meal for on the cheap. I'm going to use this many shrimp in the recipe, and just to show, I have this much shrimp left still in the bag. This is a really good value. Honestly, this is an incredible value at Walmart. We had a couple different pastaroni options to choose from. The reason I chose this one, garlic and olive oil in vermicelli, is because it doesn't require milk. So butter and water. So this makes this one a more economical option to make. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going wild. I'm only using 1.5. I have the mussels in a strainer. I'm going to rinse them off really well. These are Allen's Fishery Limited in Newfoundland, so Atlantic Canada, and it was 2 pounds. So 2 pounds of mussels, not too shabby for $2 and under 50 cents. I am going to steam the mussels. I have them in a pot with the tiniest amount of water down there. I actually might just put maybe another half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of water in there, and then we'll steam these until all of them are open, and then we'll serve them with garlic butter and parsley in the garlic butter. I just threw the butter, the parsley, and some garlic into this little container, and I am going to microwave it. The prep for this one is pretty simple. It was bring the water and butter to a boil, then add in the sauce mix and the noodles, reduce the heat, and simmer for 6 to 8 minutes. I added in some of the broccoli that we had. I just cut it up with kitchen shears and threw it in there. Okay, I'm going to take the lid off. There's going to be a big gust of steam, but then you'll be able to see the mussels. And you can see that they are opened, ooh, nice and wide. That's exactly what we want. These are done. Seafood for Mother's Day. Mussels, garlic butter, and shrimp and spinach pasta. Very exciting. Today for lunch, I am having a yogurt parfait. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I stirred some honey into the yogurt this morning before I left the house, and it has granola, blueberries, and raspberries. These are the first fresh berries we've had on this series. Yay! I planned on having pork lo mein tonight for supper, but we forgot to take the pork chop out to thaw. So we've got it out now for tomorrow night. I didn't really have anything else prepared, so we decided to have poutines. We will use the fries. I'm going to make gravy with some of the broth pucks that I have, and we will top it with green peas. I am going to start with these 4 broth pucks. I'm not sure if this will be enough. I may have to add a 5th, and we're going to make the gravy from this. This is my old school, genuine Tupperware gravy maker that I have had since 1992. In there is water and flour. Put the lid on, put the top on. You shake it to mix it up. Add this into the gravy. However, a whisk and a bowl will work just fine. I just love my little gravy maker. Shake, 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 shake. And then you just pour in and also whisk. And we'll come back to a boil. Hopefully it won't be too thick. It'll be just right. This is with my broth that I saved from a chicken back in week 1 or 2. Cheaper than buying broth if you have access to this. Why not save it? Do you want to know what is really exciting? Is I now have sage and parsley to put in my gravy. So that is very thrilling to me. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper as well. You know what? I'm just going to add a little bit more. I want this nice and thick for our poutine. Did you know that when you're making a chowder, that you can put milk and flour in this? Same thing, and it will help to thicken your chowder, just like thickening a gravy. Poutine topped with peas for supper. And we had 2 little mini cucumbers left from before we went away. They were still in good enough shape, but we needed to eat them up soon, so we're just having them as sides for our meal tonight. Getting my work lunch ready, a little squirt of honey on the yogurt. I'm going to stir that in, and then everything will be ready to go. Yogurt parfait and a granola bar. Tonight, we are going to make pork lo mein with just supplies that we have here in the house. Use up some of this celery and some of these mushrooms that we had before the trip. I was only able to get some of the stir-fry veggies. We have a package of noodles. We'll take the sauce out of that and mix it with the soy sauce that I have here and maybe a little bit of oil to get a sauce for on the stir-fry and pork chop. I added mushrooms, celery, onions, and then about half of the bag of the stir-fry veggies and the pork. I'm going to make a little sauce. This is the packet out of the noodles, brown sugar, soy sauce, and oil. It's coming along. And here is the sauce. I added a little honey and it made it a bit sticky. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Looks great. Now I'm going to plate it up. This turned out pretty awesome. This was 1 pork chop that I got on sale for crazy cheap, a Dollarama brand of Mr. Noodles, a half of a bag of frozen vegetables from Walmart that the total price was $2.27, and a part of an onion that was left over in the fridge, and a couple stalks of celery. Pretty decent looking for the ingredients that I used. I'm excited about this. It smells great. I almost forgot to take my video. I already started eating yogurt parfait for lunch today. These are crumbs that I have made out of ends of homemade bread and buns. I find that when I leave a piece of bread or a roll in a bag where I'm storing it, it tends to get moldy. But if I take that last end or broken pieces and leave it in an open bowl on the counter, it gets hard. It just dries right out. And that makes it perfect to put in my little grinder and grind it up for breadcrumbs. We're going to use these on chicken. So it's going to be like a homemade kind of shake and bake. I am making rice, and I'm going to flavor the rice with one of my broth pucks. Here we go. Air fried chicken with my homemade breadcrumbs, rice, and green beans. And the rice, I cooked 1/2 of a cup of dry rice, and it gave us this much. There's no leftovers. Looks pretty good. Exciting. Parfait and granola bar for lunch today. I forgot and started eating it again. The last two of our carrot muffins. We are starting to get to the point where it's too much for me to get everything out all over the counter. We have left potatoes and flour, of course, ketchup, oil, all kinds of spices. There's still oatmeal packs. We have a few granola bars. There's not tons left. There's one yogurt bar there on top. That's the coffee percolating in the background that you can hear. We have rice-a-roni, pasta-roni, 2 beef broths, nuts. We have rice in the back. We have 2 things of pasta sauce, more spices, canned ham, mixed veggies. Down here we have pasta. So there's spaghetti, there's shells, there is rotini, macaroni, mac and cheese in the back. There's an oat nog left. There is honey, one of those little noodle packs. We have oatmeal, a little bit of brown sugar. Starting to stockpile the soup. All kinds of stuff. I've been trying to keep this pretty organized. Fruit, so it's blueberries, peaches, cherries, some shrimp, stir-fry veggies. There's the blackberries, the open blueberries, broth pucks, vegetables. We have broccoli, peppers, beans, peas, English muffins. There's the pineal bacon. The meat is on this side. Still all kinds of, so there's pork chop and ground beef. What is this? Ham. More broth. There's lots of ham, there's broth, oh, there's sausages, that's the veal, a chicken breast, this is the leftover back bacon, yeah, just all kinds of stuff. Lots still left in the fridge. 1 and a partial stick of butter, 3 apples, onion, red pepper, a little bit of garlic, mayo, yogurt, plantain I still haven't done anything with, cheese, bacon, cold cuts, blueberries, raspberries, mushrooms, 2 tomatoes, celery, avocados, some spinach, it's getting in rough shape, onions, carrots, parsnip, there's a little bit of turnip, oh yeah, piece of turnip. And then we have the eggnog, the pickles, soy, relish, mustard, barbecue sauce, 2 kinds, and some salsa. And we have almost all the buns left and coffee. And I just thought I'd show. I bought this in either week 1 or week 2. There's still this much coffee left, so quite a bit. Probably going to get another full week or 2 out of it. So that just kind of goes to show, I think I paid $8.99 for this, and it has lasted me over 2 months as opposed to what it would cost if I was buying a coffee daily. This is my rhubarb patch. It is looking fantastic, and I can see some rhubarb in my future. There's some stalks here that are big enough for us to harvest. Woo! Last year, we put in some strawberries, something that we have never had before. So I can see I've got to get down here and do a little bit of weeding. You can see that they are starting to flower, and they obviously love this soil. Even last year after we put them in, after the harvest time was done, which we weren't harvesting off new plants, they spread like mad. So I'm pretty excited about this. Some baby strawberries along here as well. We planted these last year. They don't like this area as much as they like it down in the garden, but they are coming back. Chives, so this would be great to garnish some of my dishes. And again, I got to get down here and do some weeding. So that's a little bit of an unusual week, spreading a takeout over the cost of 2 weeks, but it works in our budget and we're not over budget. And we had leftovers and we were able to have some food for some family that came to give us a hand. So that worked out perfect. Life is a work in progress. You make things work for you. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would do so. And I hope you enjoy the videos. Thanks so much and have a fantastic week.